Hey everybody, good morning. Sorry for the late go live. I promise I was already I keep forgetting to click on the go live. It shows me previews. I need to take off that feature. What I was doing before, because I thought I was live, I was actually marking up levels here on AMD. So to give you guys a quick little overview, I did make videos on the meanings of some of these lines that I have on my chart. I know it could look like a lot, but this helps me. Everybody has their own way on how they go about how they prep and mark up their charts. So in my last live, I did explain what the yellow means, what the red lines mean, what the purple lines mean, blue lines. So I know it's a lot of colors. Once again, it helps me out. But I was just going ahead and doing a pre-market prep to give you guys a little bit of summary. What I'm seeing here for AMD is that AMD can make another move higher. We just need to watch out for resistance that may come up around this 170 area. Okay. Now, if AMD wants to continue higher, I do want to see a slight pullback or a good amount of momentum towards the buy side where I'm able to get in. I think AMD has the potential to go ahead and I think AMD has the potential to go ahead and test this area right here. I think it does, but we don't know. You have to wait and see. Just looking here at the level two, I am seeing a good amount of asks at 167.57. So we have higher asks, and the higher the ask, if those bids start to come up to that ask, then the price will go higher. But if the bids stay where they're at and the asks are staying where they're at, we could just stay in like it's basically a block and nothing is moving. So we need either the ask to come to the bid or the bid to come to the ask, and that will let us know what direction that we're trying to go. But if we look at it from a simple standpoint, AMD should and probably will go higher today, or maybe it might fall. And the reason why it might fall because it has already made a strong move in the pre-market. So it might fall, but probably not by much, but it could be a trade that we can take today. So AMD is absolutely on my watch list. I drew this line because I thought I was live, you guys. I drew this little trend line here. I'm going to delete this, but this was just to see and show. Let me reset my chart. This was to show you guys what is going on with AMD, how we held here, so you guys can see how you guys can see why I'm saying that AMD could go ahead and make a higher move. Just look how we held on this trend. We could also look how this double bottom happened right here. That's why you guys see this purple line here. This purple line means that this is a key level on the daily. And look at that. The reason why, if you guys look at the left side of my screen, this purple line, right, it aligns with a previous sell-off candle. So this red is just a sell-off candle. It aligns with that, and we can see how we held support above that. What was once resistance is now support. And then we double bottomed. We fell again at one point, but held it, and now we've just been trending higher. This is mainly like a momentum move. So this is pretty good. So these are all the reasons on why I'm saying that AMD has a chance to go up today. So let me go ahead and delete this line. I don't want to keep that because I already have enough lines on my screen. But I just wanted to highlight, hey, AMD definitely has momentum to go towards the top side. All right. So AMD is practically covered. It's practically covered. Levels. We got levels highlighted. 1 hour looks good. 4 hour looks good. Let's go back on a 5 minute. Okay. Right now, going into market open, we do have buyers surrounded by sellers because you see buy, we got two candles, we got buy, sellers. So, but for the most part, we got a lot of buyers that are right here. So these sellers, it's not enough. When we're looking at the level two on AMD, we can see that we got large orders. But let's dive deep into the level two, right? The latter means we're diving deep into this level two to see what's going on. We have a large buyer at 169 for 2,000. We got another large buyer at 168. So we got two large buyers right there. Now, what about if we have any large sellers? We do have large sellers at 169.53. Another large seller at 169.79. And that's pretty much it. So it's kind of an even match. between the buyers and the sellers. But it seems like overall, though, the buyers held up pretty nice, right? And then the sellers, like I said, it's kind of evenly matched. But when we look at this graph here, there are, two more sellers in play. But let's see how things go ahead and pan out for today. News-wise on AMD, Intel is just working with AMD, so we want to see if that's going to be a major player for in today's trading session. If that news is a strong enough catalyst, we do have some rejection coming in at this 169. But looking at the daily, because we've been around these levels before, this is the pre-market low, it's the pre-market high. So basically, if you guys look at these levels from the white line all the way to this other white line, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is where we're at in the pre-market. So we gapped up pretty strong, and we're we're moving. But this area is kind of resistance, so we can fall. But on the daily, we have this level right here, 168.23. Oops, sorry about that. So let's put another level here. And for daily levels, I'm going to make this still yellow. So let's make this one yellow as well. I know this looks like a lot, but I'm telling you, this is really, really helpful once the market opens up at 9:30. Once again, guys, I do trade on the West Coast. So we're trading on the West Coast. It is currently 6 in the morning. So I am fried already. I'm fried. I'm tired. I'm not too tired. I had a basketball game yesterday, so I'm not like super tired, but I am sore. Waking up to trade. Already I have my brain working. I do have a day job. I gotta go to work right after this, so it can be a lot to do all at once. A lot to do within 24, 48 hours, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, but AMD's on my list. We're gonna see how AMD does. It's playing around these higher time frame levels. We have our high volume level right here as well. That's the orange line, and I call a high volume area, and you guys are gonna see why, because of this. If you guys look right here, which I've explained this in my previous videos, the volume shows right there. We can see on this candle we had 1 million, and with 1 million we were selling off, but not by much. Not by much, So just think about it. 1 million people came in to go ahead and short it. Just think about it like that, and we did not respect it. We did not respect it because we didn't have a strong sell-off. So this shows and this indicates to me that maybe the sellers are not in that much control, right? Even though it kind of shows on this graph, maybe the buyers are still in control, but we need to see first. Because remember, we are rolling over the 9, we're rolling over the 20, we're still above VWAP, we're still above the 200, which indicates that it's still in a bullish momentum, a bullish trend. So we got this one down packed here. All right, so let's put this one on the main list. All right, so AMD is covered. I love it. I like AMD. This level here came from the daily pivot level too. That 166.65. Then 168. Where did 168 come from? Let's look on a daily real quick. I want to make sure I'm not doing too much. Oh, okay, yep. The daily is 168.21. Nice. Oh, no, yep. And this was from the double bottom. Nice. Cool. Yeah, man, we're looking good. We are looking good when it comes to AMD because we double bottomed at this 166. This 168 is from the daily. This 169 right here is from the 4 hour, and this one is from the 1 hour. So either a target, but we got a lot of support, or maybe targets. We're gonna see how this one plays out. Nice. Okay. We're gonna see if this volume of 1 million for we're gonna see if this volume for 1 million to short is respected, and then we continue lower. But we got some buyers if we was to head lower, so we do got some heavy size there as well. But once again, we're holding above the 50. We're holding above the 200. So this is still holding on to moving averages. It's just the fact that it rolled over does make me a little bit nervous, but we need to see. We got to read candles. We got to see price action once market opens up. Moving on. Tesla. Have to watch it. Have to watch Tesla. So Tesla's a tough one, though. Tesla's like the Wild Wild West. So you got to be extremely careful when it comes to Tesla. But I like it. So Tesla is 462.29. That was yesterday's high. So let's go ahead and put that level there. Yeah. All right. Then Tesla's pre-market low was right here, trading above the range, which I always love when we trade outside of ranges rather than trading within ranges, because it's either the stock's gonna get back into the range or stay out of the range. So we actually have more. We have more going on with the stock. Yesterday's low. Well, let's move some of these higher time frame levels real quick, because I want to see this clearly. All right, yesterday's low was 440.75. So let's put that level there, 440.75. Cool. Then now, higher volume candle. It should be this, honestly. It's 1.8. It should be that. That was an easy find. Let me confirm that, though. And that, oh, wow. And this one is 1 million. But we're going to go ahead and put a level here. We got that, 467.13. So that was a high volume. I kind of want to put this one too. Not going to lie to you guys, because the reason why I'm saying that is because when you got million for million, that's not something you see too often. I'm not trying to put too many lines. I said that, but I need my edge. So we got that. So we got a high volume candle here and a high volume candle, a mil for a mil. This is 1.8 and this is 1 million. So we did get rejection. Did we respect it? I don't know if we are going to respect it or if we're not going to respect it. But the fact that it's sold off, then this candle could easily respect it and drop down. We don't know how the market's going to open up and show what's going on. But we can see here with Tesla is that Tesla, right, has more sellers right now. And we got some large orders in terms of selling. My goodness. So that's that there. And Tesla is also trading above a key level. Tesla is also in key level territory. Let me see. Is there any pivot levels that we should be mindful of on the daily? Let's be mindful of this daily pivot level at R3. So let's be mindful of that one. That's all the way down here. This is basically back into yesterday's range. I don't think this is going to play a factor, but hey, you never know with these stocks. So right now, Tesla is in this pre-market, and we're near. Oh my gosh, are we near all-time highs? No, I think we. Wow, yeah, like we're close to all-time highs on Tesla, and the market is going completely nuts right now. I know some of my guys' portfolios look sick. So Tesla is right here. Okay. Let's see, we're holding, we're in this channel. Yeah, this is basically where we're at. We're in between these high volume candles. And then if we was to look, what is the potential upside? The potential upside is all-time highs. That's the potential upside on Tesla. We can break to all-time highs today. So I'm going to watch Tesla. Tesla always kind of makes me a little bit nervous to trade because Tesla is a freaking nutcase. But you got to take the risk if you're going to play the game. You got to play the game to win. I said that yesterday. So play the game to win. So Tesla is here. If we do fall, then it's going to get back in range. But if we do break higher, this is just a easy thing to read. If we do break higher, we either get into this purple level of all-time highs and going higher, or we're just gonna stay in this channel, or we're gonna get back in range. So let's see. I'm definitely liking Tesla there. Let's look at other higher time frames. The monthly, yeah. So Tesla is nearing all-time highs. So I'd like to see if we can test that today. It might not happen right at the market open, or it might happen at the market open. Don't freaking know. I'm gonna go over the news to see if that's gonna help propel the stock higher, or if that's gonna help keep the stock, consolidating, or if that's gonna make the stock drop down. But nonetheless, yep, we got some movement. We're opening the month strong of October. All right, we got buyers. We got a body right here with a little small wick, so sellers aren't really too involved here from what we can see. So that's good. When we're looking at the 4-hour chart, we got a level right here, a pivot level. I want to highlight that. So let's go ahead and put that right there. We got another pivot level right here, which this would be a target, right, at 481. And let's see if there's anything on the 1 hour. We don't want to miss anything. 471. I'm not going to highlight that because we got 469. So yeah, I'm not going to highlight this one. It's so close that I think I should be able to see that. So Tesla is good. When we're looking at news, Tesla posts Q3 2025 production and delivery record ahead of October 22 earnings call. Oh, so Tesla has an earnings call on October 22nd. I'm not trading earnings anymore. I need another account for that. I'm not doing this on this account, and I say that because of yesterday's trading. I traded Nike, and when I traded Nike to yesterday, it was basically an earnings play. So earnings was on Tuesday evening. I put call options, and Nike did go up. I opened up to yesterday my trading screen here, and I wasn't up at all. I lost money on Nike, and I don't know why. I guess those options didn't mean anything. I'm not sure, but yeah, I just did not make any money on Nike, and I made the right call. So I'm just done with the swing trading for right now. I'll just be strictly focusing on day trading, growing this account with you guys. So I will get back into swing trading, but I want a separate account for that. So when we're looking at Tesla, yeah, so this is just about delivery numbers, production over 447,000 vehicles, and then the third quarter, yeah, so delivery numbers. That's the main news on Tesla. Okay. I have nothing more to cover there too much. Let's dive deep into this level 2. And let's see, do we have large orders on the buy side? We got 1,000 at 472.80. We got another 1,300 at 472.50. Another large order at 472. So we do got some large orders on the downside. Now let's see, do we got large sell orders? So let's go ahead and see that. And which one is outweighing more? We got 2,000 quantity size that somebody wants to sell at 474. Another 1,000 at 474.50. Okay, so let's see. It shows on this graph that there's more sellers involved and that they're the ones in control. It shows that, but we're above VWAP, we're above all of this, so I do anticipate a move higher. Right now, I do anticipate also just a move down here so we can get back in here, because I don't want to trade anything that's not near VWAP or near moving averages that can give me an edge. So I would like an edge first, and once I'm able to get an edge, if we get back in here, then I'm able to make a proper assessment if we want to go higher or go lower. Give me 1 second. I think I'm gonna start drinking coffee at this time because, man, it is hard to do this at times at 6 in the morning. So I'm from New York, so sometimes I think about just going back to New York and trading at 9:30, because trading at 6 is freaking nuts sometimes. But I like Tesla. Let's go ahead and put this on the list as well. Now, I do have another screen here, team. You guys are not able to see the screen. Let me see if I'm able to add this source. Let's see. I think it's this one. Well, oh, so you guys can see it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is my other screen where I make. So basically, if I put in an entry on Tesla, it will pop up on this screen. It does right here that I'm showing you guys. It will pop up there. All right. So, but I'm not doing anything there right now. If I do take a position, I'm going to start to show you guys that screen as well. Let me see. All right. So that's Tesla, AMD. I'm loving all the stocks that I'm picking right now. All right. This 169.18, I'm pretty sure that was a 4-hour level. Maybe that was a daily. Nope. This was the daily, and maybe this was the 1 hour. That's the problem with having too many levels, is that you could get confusing where you even found these levels at. So let's see. Yep. That was on the 1 hour. All right. Boom. Okay. So that's back on the 1 hour, 169.24. So it is rejecting, it's getting under VWAP. So we got, I say this, if AMD wants to fall, we have targets. We got the 9, we got the 20, we got the 50, then back in the range. If it does want to fall. Because once again, AMD's in a resistance area. It is. Bottom line, it's in a resistance area, and we're already trading under 169. So we do have a daily right here at 169.04. I kind of want to respect this more than the hour, to be honest with you. So I'm going to move this down, because I feel like this is a little bit more important than the 169.24. And it's not that much of a difference, but I respect the daily more than I respect the 1 hour. So there we go. Alrighty. So that covers that. Let's see what else we got cooking. Market opens up in about 10 minutes. I'm going to go straight to NVIDIA. NVIDIA made it to 190. Man, I got some stories on NVIDIA. NVIDIA is probably one of my favorite stocks to trade, man. But, growing as a trader, I've made some mistakes, man. I made some mistakes with getting out of positions in the long run. I had a swing on NVIDIA to 2026. I think I bought it at like 88 when NVIDIA was $88. Then, Trump basically sold off the market. And when he sold off the market, the price came all the way back down to my entry, and I got out. I never got back in. I got back in terms of an investor. I added to my investment, but in terms of like swing trading and stuff like that, I had to go ahead and break even. And I just never got back in. And that's the thing is like, as traders, we gotta, sustain ourselves. And in crazy moments, the market is like the Wild Wild West sometimes, and we gotta go ahead and do our best and not feel fear or FOMO. So it's in my notes here. When it comes to trading, just don't focus so much on fear. Embrace, the losses, embrace the wins, and just do your best to, excel in this market. It's not easy, but it's possible to be successful. I want you guys to know that it's extremely possible to be. It's extremely possible to be successful. You just have to, not live in fear. Just do not live in fear. I know it sucks to lose money. Everybody hates it. But if we just see this as numbers on the screen and opportunities and respecting our losses and taking a respectable loss, we're going to be good every time. Just allow the market to do its thing, and you allow the market to give you the green light, whether to get into a trade or not. So going back to NVIDIA, I'm looking for a high volume candle, which I already found, and that is 1.2. So 1.2 came in right here at this candle. Boom, 1.2. We're still we're still trading above the 9 and 20. We still have action out there, but most importantly, we're above here. We're above the 50, and we are also above the 200. So it's still showing a bullish trend. But I will say this: the minute Nvidia breaks all of this support and gets under here, I'm short again. Right to 188. Probably to pre-market low if it gets there, and we can see if it wants to get back in the range. It's that simple. So that is NVIDIA for you in terms of the 5 minute. Now we want to find out, are there any important pivot levels that we need to account for? I don't see any important pivot levels that we need to account for on the daily. So let's go ahead and check the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. We do have some important pivot levels right here and right here. I'm gonna go with the nearest one, which is right up here on the 4-hour at 189.25. Then I'm gonna add another one if we were to break higher right here. This is also on the 4-hour at 190.92. Right? Let's see, 188, 290, and I'm not gonna add that one. So yeah, so we got two pivot levels that we want to account for, because if I don't switch my chart, I know that that's a level based on what I found on higher time frames. And then we can see here that NVIDIA on the 1-hour came to a pivot level. So I'm not gonna mark this one because we already have a line. But what I will do is that I'm gonna make this yellow dotted because it's a pre-market high, but it's also around the pivot level as well. So that will identify to me, okay, is this going to be resistance or is this going to be support? If we break that, I'm going long, and I'm going to add to that position. Right, so we're looking good. We're looking good on NVIDIA as well. This is going to go on my secondary, on my other screen. I don't want to call this a secondary list play. Because I feel like everything that I have here are really, really important. In terms of news, CoreWeave or Nebulas, I'd pick Outperform, NVIDIA Management to meet with. Okay, it's not really major news. I'm not seeing major news. So cool. All right. So cool. NVIDIA on the month, it's high. You know what I mean? Like, we're moving up higher. It's not really much for me to see here. We don't got too much resistance, so we're looking good. So these are the stocks I'm watching today: Tesla, AMD, and NVIDIA. NVIDIA will be going on this list here. On my other screen, and you guys are going to see that right now. I'm just going to briefly show it to you. You guys can't see too much on this screen because I have a bottom part, so you guys can't see too much on this screen here. But NVIDIA is somewhere. If you guys look right here, that's where I'm watching NVIDIA. You guys are just worried about just if I make money or not. So I'm not gonna stress myself out to try to show you guys all of that. But let me see if I could give you guys a little bit more context on what's going on with this. Okay, you know what? This is what I could go ahead and do for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and put this up, and NVIDIA will be here. So this is, if I enter NVIDIA, you guys will see it on this screen. And you guys can also see, like, entries. If you guys look here, you guys will see how I'm doing on the day. So let me close this for right now. Alrighty. Mark's about to open up in about 3 minutes. I think I'm good to go at this point. All right, everybody. So let's see what's going on. I have a lot of levels on AMD. It is crazy, but hey, I gotta make sure I'm good, man. So let's see. This level that is from Tesla. I just want to make sure that I'm able to identify what's what. This level on Tesla, right here. I'm pretty sure that came from 469. Where did 469 come from? Yep, 469 is from here. 469.88, right? So maybe that was. Didn't I say I want to respect the daily? I don't know if it was for this one. Let me see something. Okay, so this was from the 4 hour. Like I said, I like to respect the daily pivot levels a little bit more than the hours, because that level's from right here. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna. Let me see. 472.30. Yeah, we got a pivot. I'm not gonna add that. So this is from the 4 hour. Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, I just want to make sure I understand where I got these levels from. All right, cool. Sounds good. So we're gonna let the market play out. Market's about to open up in about 30 seconds. I like what I see here. Nice. So let the games begin. Let the games begin. As always, gonna be patient at market open. Probably gonna wait about 2 to 5 minutes before I enter a trade, and go from there. Let's see. Let's look at the level two. There's a lot of actual buyers on Tesla, but we got some large ask. Ooh, 21 at 470, 2096. I want to see how that acts on Tesla. Just letting the market go ahead and do its thing. I got to be able to read what is happening. If I can't read what's happening, then I got to let these candles form. Let your candles form so you can understand what is happening. Tesla might drop to the 200, but I'm not going to take that. On the 5 minutes. So look at the 5 minute. Tesla might drop here, but I don't know yet because we're holding support and we're still trading above this high volume candle. See how AMD just broke this one and got that one? And we're red on the day. Nice. See, I'm letting the market, like I could rush and get in, but I'm letting the market just do its thing because I don't know if that's support. I don't know if this is support. If I was to short right here at 167.38, how much am I making on this trade if it gets to 166.34? I'm not making much. So I need to wait for the 2 minute. Nvidia is popping. Nvidia is going higher. I don't like to get in within the first 5 minutes. I used to, but it's burned me in the past. Because I'm going a small account. I need to make the most I can. You know what I mean? I need to make the most I can out of my trades. All right, so we're trading under the 200. So I think I have a target. I might get into AMD on the short because of the 2 minute, but I don't know if this is support. So I gotta wait. We're getting a full candle on Tesla. Like I said, there was large sellers on Tesla, but once again, we're still above the 200. So I don't feel comfortable shorting into 460. Oh, well, maybe I kind of do feel comfortable shorting into that actually, but we're at this pivot level, so I don't know if that is support. All right, Tesla's starting to get back above the 200 on the 2-minute. Still trading below VWAP though. Remember, there was a big seller at 470.69. So I'm trying to watch out for that order getting filled. I don't know if he's there or not still. I can simply check going into the ladder, but it's all right. And I want to get into a trade where I can size in. Like I said, I'm trying to make the most out of my trading days. If I'm going to trade, I'm trying to win big. All right, we got another one. We got buyers. Okay, this is an indecision. Nvidia's looking like it could probably take a leg down. It has, I'm gonna get into an Nvidia short probably. Okay, I like this. I like what I'm seeing with AMD. Also like what I'm seeing on Tesla indecision. Confirmed to buyers a little bit there. There we go. All right. Yep, AMD. AMD looks good. I'm going to get into Tesla short. Oh, I think I just bought 2 contracts on Tesla. I did not mean to, but it's okay. We up on it. Nice. I'm going to hold on to Tesla a little bit. Yeah, see AMD. I wanted to get inside this trade on AMD. I still might get on this trade at AMD. I'm holding on to Tesla, trying to see if we get back in range there. Tesla's nice. I like this on Tesla. Good job, Tesla. I'm going to take some off. AMD is good. Nice, Tesla. Trying to see back in the range. Come on. I'm about to get out of it though. All right. All right. Tesla's filled. Okay, AMD 170. I like for the break of this candle. So I'm in there on AMD. Let's see. So today I'm already up to 41 realized. I got into AMD. Got a $50 stop on that. I think AMD is going to stop me out. I don't know why this chart is not showing up for me. Oh, yeah. It's going to stop me out. Yeah, so AMD just stopped me out. I was looking for the break and for it to go higher. All right. Let everything just play out. I probably should have kept Tesla, but let's give it some time there. See how we're getting back into yesterday's range. I don't want to jump into that. I need to see if this is confirmed. So I like what we're seeing with AMD, but we're still above the 200. We just got through VWAP, so I'm not going to jump in there. And then we got an indecision on the daily. I don't like that. Oh my gosh. Nice. All right, so let's get into a 167 put on AMD, possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one just yet. I need better confirmation. It's good I got out of Tesla. You see that bounce? That's why I got out of Tesla. Got a large bid at 5,000. I'm going to wait for the next 5-minute candle. I like the volume I'm seeing on AMD because we're under the 200. I want to give this a third bar play. I might get inside this short on AMD. Nice. All right, I'm in on AMD. Oh my gosh. I keep buying 2 freaking contracts. So I got my stop orders in play, but I just keep buying two contracts. I'm trying to buy 1 contract. Now I'm gonna hold on to AMD. If AMD could get under 167, yeah, I add. There's a chance I might get back into Tesla. I like this because it was an indecision rejection. I'm gonna get back into Tesla, you guys. That's a back in the range play. I like that. Nice, nice. I'm loving AMD right now. I'm gonna try to take Tesla to 457. So this was a 3-bar play, so I just got in for this 3rd bar. Okay, we gotta watch out for this. Good job, Tesla. Good job, Tesla. I'm not gonna add into that. I got a target on that already. I wanted to add into Tesla, but I'm not gonna do that. Right when we get to S3, I'm out of there. Where's S3? At 457. So the minute we sliver into 457, I'm out. Good job, Tesla. Good job. I'm out. You know what? Let's move my stop. Yeah. Place order. Yeah, I'm going to move my stop on 79.95. Cool. So I moved my stop on that one. I want to be aggressive on AMD. $189. So I'm gonna move my stop to break even on AMD at 245. Cause I'm up on this trade. There's no reason to lose money if I don't have to. No, let me take at least one off for AMD because I'm already up quite a bit. Nice, Tesla. Good job, Tesla. I'm going to move my stop again to 9 for 15 on Tesla. That's on my other screen, guys. I'm trading right now, so I can't really be looking all over the place trying to show you guys everything I'm doing here. You know what? Tesla literally hit my target and I didn't see it. So I'm all out. I'm all out on Tesla, guys. I shouldn't have anything else left on Tesla. And then I have a stop order. So right now, today, guys, I'm up 455. The video might stop me out, and that's okay. Now, if AMD breaks 166.12, I'm adding into that to get to yesterday's high, and I will be aggressive. Yeah, Tesla literally came to my target on the options at 1076. I didn't see it. Cool. My day's practically over. My day's practically over, everybody. I might come back in, find other trades later on in the day, but I'm pretty solid on today. All right. AMD's most likely going to stop me out, guys, because the market's coming back up. We got another 2 minute. We got another 2 minute candle approaching. Because what AMD did on the 5 minutes, bouncing right back from that key level that I found at 166. It's bouncing right back from there, and then it also bounced up from the 200. So let's see where we're at today. We are up 450 on the day. Nice. Nice. Now is my day over? Should be. Am I gonna trade again? Most likely. Most likely. Today's an active day. Today's an active day. I just want to see if AMD would like to get down to yesterday's range. So I'm gonna give this some time. Now I gotta sit on my hands and wait for my next opportunity. But great day. Patience is key. Patience, patience, patience. Tesla's bouncing. Yeah, Nvidia. I didn't trade Nvidia at all. I did not trade Nvidia whatsoever. I like this rejection that I'm seeing on AMD because we came back up for sure. I saw the same trade yesterday. I literally saw the same trade yesterday. Came to the 9, immediately rejection, falling back under. But I'm not gonna get into this trade up until we get under 166.29. And I was front to AMD. One thing that's key, everybody, put in stop orders. Put in stop orders. All that mental stop stuff. Listen, man, it ain't worth it. I've done it. It's not worth it. So this 166, remember that's a level that I found somewhere. Let's see if we can find where that level is. Right, we're under the 50 a little bit on the 15-minute. Okay, we could probably get to 165, but we're still holding on to the 200 on the 5-minute. On the 1-hour chart, let's see on the 1-hour chart. That's not where I got that level from. So I must have gotten this level from the daily. Can't find it. I'm looking at AMD. I'm trying to find where I got this 166 from again. Yep. Got you. I know where I got it from. Right here. That's where it double bottomed. That's where it double bottomed. So this entices me to go long now on AMD. I am enticed to go long because this is where we double bottomed at previously. So now, right now, I'm just. Let's go back to my main screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what we're looking at. So we have buyers come in here. We got one seller, a little indecision. We want to see. I think AMD will probably go higher. Not gonna lie to you guys. So I'm probably gonna flip this position. Have my stop. I want to see AMD get above here. I want to see AMD get above this 9. If AMD gets above this 9, We could take it back to 168. Maybe we could add. We could be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, there we go. Gotta wait though. Gotta wait. Because AMD is still red as a doji on the day. Yeah, Tesla sold off dramatically. All right. I'm going to get into AMD on a call very, very soon. Let me wait for the next 2-minute candle though. That's why it's important to also look at the time frame that you're in. Because we got another candle approaching, and what you don't want is that I get in right here, then this candle comes and it drops. So let's get confirmation. Confirmation. You see exactly what I said? The 2-minute came and it's dropping. Now I'm also gonna wait for the 5-minute as well. A little bit. I got 40 seconds. So I'm gonna wait. I like it though. I like how we broke above that candle. What I don't know is this going to be resistance? We're still trading under VWAP on the 5-minute. We're still trading under VWAP under the 2-minute. So I can't rush, All right, I'm going to go. I'm about to go long on AMD. I'm just waiting. The reason why I'm not too keen on going long on AMD right now is because everything else is dropping. Got large ask orders. I'm looking at the level 2 right now. I'm trying to see if the bids are going to come in, and they are coming in to the ask. It's a little bit stagnant though. All right, I'm long. But I'm going to keep my stop pretty tight. Yeah, I'm keeping my stop pretty tight on this. So let that play out. All right, if we break above VWAP and if we break above the 50, so if we get above VWAP and this 50, yeah, I'm gonna add slightly a little bit more. I'm gonna add along the way up. Nice. See how AMD's moving up there? It was that double bottom. Now I'm gonna add another. Oh, we got that 50, so I'm gonna wait a little bit before I add on this one. Yeah, because we got another 5 minute coming, so let me wait a little bit. Yeah, let's get a pullback to the VWAP, and then we go from there. Hey, 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 hey. I can't see my chat, but for those of you in the chat, what's up, fellas? I don't know why I can't see my chat. All right, I'm about to add into AMD. We're above VWAP, we are above the 50, so I'm gonna add another contract in there. All right, I'm gonna move my stop up to, right now we're at 320. If you guys look at the bottom left of my screen, this is where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna move my stop right to break even, 290. So I can't really lose on this trade at this point. I'll just go ahead and break even. All right, so we're in there, two contracts. You guys can see my P&L right there. We're up $100, 17%. The goal for me on Tesla, I'm really trying. Oh, Tesla. The goal for me on AMD is to actually get to pre-market high, and then break higher. That's the goal. Right now, as I said, I can't really lose on this trade. It's either gonna come back to my entry and stop me out. But I like it because we broke above VWAP, we broke above the 50, and what led me into this trade was the double bottom that we saw on the 4-hour chart. So look at the bottom left of my screen. The double bottom is right here. If I could find it. There was a double bottom. This is not the best chart to show you guys. This is it's too small of a chart. So let's go here. Right here. If you guys, I'm gonna zoom in. You see how I have this yellow line and this yellow line? This is a double bottom. AMD practically, it came right here, it broke here a little bit, and then now we're going right back up. So that's why I'm in this play right now. All right, so my target on AMD, if you guys look at the bottom left of my corner, my target is right here at least at 4. I want AMD to get to about $4. I got in at 290, so I'm trying to get in at least $4. We're moving. 105. Take it easy. This orange line is a high volume area. So we're trying to take it into this high volume. I might, if we get above here, I'm gonna do another ad. Gonna take it to pre-market high. Today's a great day. Squeezy, hopefully that's you to watch and can't see. All right, currently P&L for today, we are up 450 with this trade. It makes me up 541. Holding on. Above VWAP, above the 50. I want to see, so this orange line, I did explain this early in the stream that this is a high volume candle that I saw in the pre-market. If we break above this high volume, then I'm loving it still. That's another ad for me. We're going to try to go ahead and take it to pre-market high, which is this white line, and this is also another level. So the goal is honestly to take an AMD back to 170. That's the goal. It's coming back down, but that's okay. Oh, it might stop me out. Yeah, this thing might stop me out. Because looking at the options, I'm at 311, 310. I'm trying not to move my stop orders. I'm trying to be okay with, if it hits my stop, then I'm just out and I'm done. Yeah, it's looking like it's coming back down. I'm gonna move my stop down. This is a bad habit to do. I should not be doing this. But I really think AMD could get back to 170. And I don't want it to stop me out and take away that profit. Yeah, it's gonna stop me out. Because I put it to break even. You know what? I'm going to move it back. I'm going to move my stop down to 253. At least one of my contracts. Yeah, it failed it. It came back to my stop. That's all right. I didn't get a chance to get the $100. That's the market for you. That is the market for you. Damn. I wanted to go ahead and take that. I should have took some off right when it got to this high volume area, but I was being aggressive. I was being aggressive on that. I'll wait for another opportunity. My next opportunity might be my last opportunity, and then we're going to call it for the stream today. Today was a quick day. Today was honestly a quick day. Yesterday, I was on the screens for 2 hours. So today, I think I've only traded at like actually just 30, 40 minutes of the market. So not bad. Not a bad day. Currently 7 in the morning for me. My goodness, it is so early. So the one thing about trading, guys, is that you want to be patient, sit on your hands, watch. Trading is boring. It's not like fun at all. It's fun when you close your day and you make money, yeah. But I, that's the only fun about it. There's no other fun about it. Like you have to close your day with profit to then say this is fun. Other than that, this is not that fun. This is boring because you sit here staring at candles on the screen and movement of numbers. Waiting for it to go higher or go lower, whichever one you want to go ahead and do. If you want to go short or long, and you got to wait for your opportunities. That's just how this thing goes. For some reason, I cannot see my chat. So if anyone is saying anything, I cannot see my chats. I don't know why. YouTube just says that something went wrong. That's literally all it says. Okay, now I can see my chats. Squeeze A. Yeah, now I can see my chats. Yo, appreciate you, bro. If I'm going off news, I go off news just for a short period of time. So in the pre-market, I check for news. So what I do is I do my pre-market assessments here, and I check here for news to see if there's any latest news. But the best way to get news is either you're gonna watch like CNBC, at least for me. Either you're gonna watch like the actual news, or you're gonna see like what's trending in this column here. But really, I go off of what is the percentage on the day. So coming into the pre-market, I saw that Nvidia was up 3%. So we know that when you got that kind of percent in the pre-market, then we could go ahead and make some great moves either to the upside or downside. So today on Nvidia, I made money. I mean, I keep saying Nvidia. I keep mixing up Nvidia and AMD because they're both semiconductors. But AMD, I made money on the short side, and as you can see, I've also made money on the long side. So I really look at what is moving today in terms of percentage, and then I see if there's a catalyst. AMD had a catalyst yesterday with Intel, so that was like a mover. It was something to help AMD out, but it wasn't like a major news. So now we just take a little bit of edge that we get from a catalyst, but we actually lean more towards the percentage on the day, and that would go ahead and give us an edge if this is a good stock and play to trade. Right, but I'm just waiting for my next opportunity, honestly. I'm looking at Tesla. So up here is Tesla on the top of my screen. Got you. Percent on the day, yeah. Percent on the day, you're going to see this. So tomorrow I'm going to go live again. Tomorrow you're going to see what is popping off when it comes to percentage. So if you look on the left side of my screen, you see how you see 0.40? That means MU is not really moving like that. Let me go on like a bigger chart. I got you. So MU, we can see it had a major drop. It was up 1%, but it dropped. So it went from 186 to 181. Not bad. It fell almost $5. Almost five. But the fact that the percentage wasn't as high as AMD or Nvidia, I don't know what kind of move I'm gonna get on it. I could get caught in chop. So by chop is that we have these long wicks. You could get caught up in that, which if we would have opened here and popped here, then what if you would have went long and you would have got stopped out? Then you probably would have tried again. See, it's not clean. So that's why I look for a high percentage. So now we're going to go to AMD, right? AMD, I normally give the market about 2 to 5 minutes, but after this wick, it was straight clean. You see this clean candle, a little wick here, but clean candle. So that's what I mean by percent, because the percentage is going to let you know how deep the move is going to be within the day. Yeah. I look at I'm to volume. I look at volume for sure, for sure. Volume for me to see the volume, you're gonna see that right here. So VOL, then you see the volume. So we're gonna go back to AM. Oh yeah, I'm still at AMD. So you see how this candle? I mean, I have this line here at 169.50. Now I'm gonna show you in the pre-market. So this blue that you're seeing here, this is the pre-market. I found that level right here. Let's see. It was right here. So if you see this candle, this is the only candle within the pre-market. And look up here at a VOL. It's the only candle in the pre-market that you see the volume was 1 million, 1.1 million. So that means 1.1 million people came here trying to short this stock. And we was stuck. We didn't go higher. Like it just held. And once the market opened, we caught this drop all the way down to 166. So you see how that volume plays a key factor. And then just look at, if you heard me say the double bottom, when we went ahead and bounced off of here, we went right to where? We went right damn near to this orange line, which was the high volume area. Yep. So right there's the high volume area. So then now you could have taken this trade off of the 200-day to moving average. You don't got to go in heavy size in terms of contracts. And you saw how I made $100. So then now we could take it. I should have taken off profit, but I was being aggressive. I'm already up on the day. So I should have taken profit, but I wanted to see if it could break this high volume area. And if it did, I would have added more to then get to 170. And it could still get to 170. The market doesn't just go full throttle like that. Like the market takes its time, is gonna try to chop people out and stuff like that. So that's how the market plays this game. Yep. Now Tesla was another one that I traded today. I explained that one because the market's not really doing much right now. It's currently 10 or 15 in the East Coast. Tesla, the way I looked at Tesla, let me reset my chart a bit so it looks a little bit cleaner. Tesla, you see how I have another high volume candle here, a high volume candle here. Tesla just broke. It just broke and just sold off. So when I got into Tesla, I'm looking at Tesla to go ahead and fold. Because Tesla, if you look at the left side of my screen here, this is the daily. Tesla was already overextended. So I wasn't sure if it was going to sell off. We have to wait till the market opens up and then, see how things play out. But we got one full candle on the downside. You see how we're not getting any of these like sticks, which people call like the wicks. So I had to wait to see. So once I saw this sell off, I said, okay, Tesla could get back in the range. This red line, and this is on my old videos, but I'm going to explain this each time I come on live. This red line is just yesterday's high. So the question you should ask yourself is, when the stock is trading outside of yesterday's activity, is the stock price going to stay outside of that activity, or is the stock price going to come back into that activity of the previous day? So if we look at the daily, to right here, right? The daily, this candle, this white candle, this was yesterday's activity. The market opened up in the pre-market above it. So then now what I noticed was that Tesla was falling, and it was really, really close to getting back in range. So, in trading, you just go ahead and take the risk. So I just took the risk, small size, and I took Tesla all the way down. And once I noticed that it was going to get back in range, I added, and then I took Tesla all the way back into yesterday's activity, which it got right into yesterday's activity. And it hasn't even made its way back up yet. It can, because it can hold on to this blue line, which is a pivot level. It can hold on and maybe get back out of range. But I'm not sure if I see that happening or not, because we did get a wick here, or kind of like an indecision candle. We went ahead and pushed up. This wick is also showing the push up. Sellers did come back in, but right now we're just kind of in chop. Like, we're just stuck in this channel. So Tesla probably won't do nothing for another 10 minutes. But right at market open, you were able to take this opportunity to then take it back into range. Yeah. Yep. So I shorted Tesla. I shorted Tesla. I shorted AMD. I went long AMD. But AMD, I was being a bit, I'm not going to say I was being greedy, but I was being aggressive. All right. So AMD, we're gonna move right back up. I like this. I'm about to get back into AMD. Let's see. Because AMD, and you see why I didn't want to get out of my position? I wanted to stay in it, but you got to protect yourself. So now I like what AMD is doing because AMD is holding on to the VWAP. It's not looking back. We're getting volume. This is the 2-minute chart here. So, and we got a wick right here. So I could use this as my stop loss. So let's go into AMD at one. I kind of want 170 calls. I like the volume. Look at the volume right there. So I'm going for 170. I'm in on AMD. Nice. I'm back in there. The goal is to take it to 170. I might be aggressive on this play. I do have a stop order. So the most I'm going to lose on this, if you guys look at the corner of my screen, the most I'm going to lose on this is $50. That's the most. I'm not going to move my stop. I keep it there. If I do move it, I'll move it up. If it continues to go higher, then I move it to break even, or I'll move it a little bit closer. I don't know if I'm thinking that I want to add into this trade. If we do get above this high volume, I'm gonna add. I kind of want to be aggressive, but I'm up on the day a good amount. So let me not go ahead and do that. Yeah, yep, like a cup handle. Yeah, because you see how it came down, it cupped right here, and now it's going right back. Yep. And this is exactly the reason why, as I mentioned, I did not want to go ahead and leave the trade. But you got to protect yourself. Like you have to protect yourself because you don't know if. Let's disregard all this action that happened here. We don't know if this red candle will give a third red candle and then it just slaps all the way down here. We don't know if that's going to happen. So you're better off just breaking even because the next trading session you could probably be coming with that idea, and then you come in with that idea, and then you get cooked. Like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and move my stop. I saw this last time, and what if it don't happen? You know. Now, also what I'm seeing here on AMD is that this is a double top. So even though I went long, it's a double top. So this thing can still fold and fall down and go back to either 167 or 166. It still has the potential to drop because of this double top. But the key thing on why I'm going to hold on to this trade is because this red line that you guys see right here, this is VWAP, which is volume weighted average price. So that's an indicator. If we're above this one, I'm holding it. I'm not stressing it. I'm holding it. So we're just gonna wait. Up about 9% on the day, so that's good. Like I said, I won't lose much on this trade. I'm only risking $50. The goal is to take this to 170. If we get above 169.50, I'm adding. Now this is the boring game, sitting here and waiting, or get stopped out. That double bottom, that double top is kind of making me want to get out the position though. Can't lie. But we're still above VWAP. We're still above the 50-day moving average, which that's the purple line. Just look at the bottom on the screen. Don't look at the top. The top of my screen is Tesla. And word of advice is that if you're in a trade, try not to leave your desk. I'm kind of tempted to go grab some food right now. I want to leave my desk, but I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Or if you do leave your desk, just put a stop order in place. Let's see. AMD, come on, man. So I'll give you guys a little bit of knowledge too. Is that as the market continues to go on about its day, volatility tends to die down. So we can see here that a lot of activity happened from 9:30 all the way to about 10:04. Now, see how there's not as much action anymore? Like we're not getting these up and down movements. Now we're just kind of stagnant. So this is where you could get chopped up. You can get chopped up right now. So that's why I was like, you need a profit target. Because once you have a profit target, then you could basically just close out your day and be like, yo, I'm done. You know. So I'm just waiting for AMD to break this double top, and if it breaks this double top, man, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice if it breaks this double top, because then I'm gonna try to take this thing to the 171, which I saw in the pre-market, that we can get to 171. Let me see where we at. Where we at? Okay. Options wise, we're moving. We got a nice little candle right here. Let's zoom into this a little bit more so you guys can see. Yeah, we got this volume kicking in. My only thing with AMD is this wick right here, which is just a little bit of rejection. This candle just means that it's an indecision. We're unsure of where we want to go next. So I'm looking for some buyers to come in. If I'm looking here at the level 2, there's a lot more sellers. So that's the red. It's a lot more sellers here, but they're asking to sell at at higher prices. So the bids are dropping. Yeah, it's 168.76. So what we want is that we want these bids to get into the ask price. Because once these bids step up into the ask, this is gonna push the price higher. Right now, the bids are kind of staying where they're at. The bids are at 168.72, while the ask is at 168.87. So I want these bids to step up. Let's see. Okay. The bids might step up. We're at 168.74, 168.76. If they step up to 168.88, 168.90, that's a good sign for a bullish move. All right. If you guys are paying attention to the level 2, the bids are stepping up. See, now we're at 168.80. But I want to see 168.90. Give me some more confirmation. We're getting there, but how does the algos feel? A lot of this is just algorithms. Some of it is people, but a lot of it is algorithms. And then also understand the market trend. Like the market is making new highs damn near every day. So, to go short, you know, you gotta be like to go short middle of the day. You gotta think twice about that. All right, we're still above VWAP. It's looking like I'm gonna get stopped out again. Yeah, as I mentioned, this double top that kind of worried me a bit, but it seems like I'm gonna get stopped out. I'm giving back some profit. Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out. Yeah, so my moving average lines, I'm gonna go on the bigger chart. My moving average lines, let's go to AMD because that's what we're paying attention to, is the white. So this white line is the non-moving average. This next white line is the 20-day moving average. This red line is VWAP. This little gray line that is really thin is the 50-day moving average, and this green line is the 200-day moving average. On my little small chart, oh yeah, it's green, yeah, or is the 200-day moving average. So those are the lines. Now, these lines like the yellow, the orange, the red, yeah, I just got filled out. Yeah, I got stopped out. Yeah, the red, the purple, all of these are like key levels, just key levels. Red means that is yesterday's high. Blue means that this is to yesterday's low. What do you mean by the values I'm tracking? Oops. Like what are my value areas of the chart? Like which the moving average I value the most? Oh, no, you good, bro. All right, so I got stopped out. Today was a great day. I might call it. I was actually up 450. I was up a high of 500, and then I was up 450, and then kept trading. Now I'm at 382 for the day, so I think it would be a smart move to probably call it. I think it'd be a smart move. Yeah. If anything, I probably should cut this position sooner. But it's like you never know. We was above the VWAP, and look at the sell off on this thing, man. Just look at the sell off. I probably should have flipped my position in one short because that was a clear indication this thing was about to go down. So I probably should have flipped it. So Webull automatically gives you those lines. So Webull do so Webull. Let me answer all your questions. The moving average numbers. Okay, so out of all the moving averages, the ones that I value the most is the 200-day moving average and VWAP. Those are I value those two the most. I only use the 9 and 20 to help me figure out if there's a trend. If there's like I could care less about those, but I use it for trends or if I see candles flip under it, then I'm looking at it in the sense where there's a change of direction either towards the top side or the bottom side, right? And I'm going to your next question. So Webull automatically gives you those. Webull does not. To Webull, I'm the one who goes in the charts and I find those levels and I mark them. So tomorrow in the live session, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing that I do every day, a pre-market prep, and I'm gonna highlight everywhere that I need to highlight. The only ones, which is every where every sophisticated trading platform, not to Robinhood, but any like trading platform like this, interactive to brokers, to Webull. I know some people also use Cobra and stuff like that. Those platforms, you're able to go ahead and implement key lines for yourself. And then you have I'm trying to say the word pivot points. So like R1, I'm trying to find my mouse. R1, you would have to go in and put this indicator in there. So this one is R1. Like every trading platform should be able to show you this. Not every, but the ones that I mentioned will show you those. You will go ahead and say, hey, you want some pivot points, and it will give you all of those prior key levels from previous trading sessions. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, yeah, man. That's that's what 6 years, man. 6 years of losing will make you go ahead and take a look at this, man. 6 years of freaking banging your head on the screen, you know? So yeah, that's how I'm able to go ahead and find these levels, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I use hotkeys. It's a lot easier. I'm not in it trying to type in my trades and anything like that. I could go ahead and click on the option, and then the option chart pops up in this corner, and I can either and I can easily buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. So either I'm gonna buy. I always buy at the ask, but I'm gonna either sell at the bid, or I'm going to either sell at the ask. I sell at the ask majority of the time. I do not sell at the bid because I want to make the most money. If you sell at the bid, like you're basically selling at a lower price. So for example, if you look at this options chain, so say if you bought AMD at $1.70, right? And then if I sell at the bid, I'm selling it at a dollar 91. But if I sell at the ask, I'm selling it at $1.97, $1.96. So I'm making an extra 3 cents. It makes a difference. Hey, what's up, little bro? What's poppin'? What's good with you? Yep, yep. So I try to sell at the ask, but to sell at the ask, it mainly only works for like the mega caps. Like if you're doing small caps, even large caps, it's kind of hard to sell at the it's kind of hard to sell at the ask because your order probably won't get filled. So you're forced to sell at the bid. So for example, I traded Nike to yesterday. So let's go to that. I kind of want to short Tesla right now, but I'm not gonna do that. So Nike, for example, I had to. Oh well, the spread is not too bad today. Ironically, damn, I probably should have held on to my swing if I knew Nike was gonna go ahead and do this. But Nike yesterday, I couldn't sell at the ask. Like the spread was so wide, I just couldn't sell at the ask. So I was forced to sell at the bid. I'm trying to find a stock that has a wide spread. You know what? Let me see. Let's go to coin. Coin is like that. Oh wow, a lot of things. All right, so if you see coin, right? So you see, this 165 strike. So look at the spread between these. So you got the ask at 445 and you got the bid at 430. It would be so hard for you to sell at 435. It would be so hard. So because you need the price to get in there. So if you need to get out of your position, you're forced to sell at 420. Got you, Brody. Just join the live, man. Every day except Tuesday. Every day except Tuesdays. I am live doing this damn thing. All right, I think I might have to call it before I want to get into another. I might come back in the afternoon and see what's going on. But I'm up on the day, 8%. I'm 8% on the day. I take it. It's not a. This is really a great day. So I'll probably go ahead. So looking at the options, spread. So looking at the options, spread, you dictate your buying. Yeah, yeah. So the spread is what dictates what I'm gonna do to a degree. But I trade damn near like the same stocks every day. So it's like I know the spreads already. So like Tesla, I know the spread on Tesla. I know the spread on AMD. I know the spread on Nvidia. I know the spread on Facebook. So I know those spreads. So I don't really think too much about it when it comes to those. But say if something is on the scanners and something is popping off. So let's say I come here, right, and I see ASML. I don't really trade ASML, but let's say if I wanted to trade it, then what will dictate if I will trade it. So let's put up ASML, right, and let's put up ASML here. You see how this spread is crazy? So you got the bid at 770 and then the ask at 850, but it made a good move today. It's not like it didn't make a great move, like it did, but I can't. It's untradeable because I can't even get out of my position. I will basically have to buy out of the money to get close to it. Cause this is an 80-cent spread. So how much is this thing gonna move for me to go ahead and make money on this trade? I'm not gonna make that much. So this could pop up on the scanners like this is a great mover, but this would be good if you was trading shares possibly, because even shares you still have to look at the spread. So if I saw this on my scanners and the volume was trading crazy, then I'll be enticed to take a look at it. But will I trade it? The minute I see this spread, I'm not trading it because I can't get in and out easily. Versus AMD, you can easily see I'm in and out of those positions. Oh, bro, I'm not even in the rush. I was on live yesterday for 2 hours. 2 hours. Ain't nobody even showed up. I think one person showed up. So don't even trust me. This is my life at this point. This is what I signed up for. Nah, I'm trading options, man. Yep. I'm an options trader. I did trade shares at one point, and I don't know, like shares. You just need a lot more money with shares sometimes. It's not bad because then like you could go to a platform that gives you leverage, like a 6-to-1 margin, a 2-to-1 to margin, a 3-to-1. So basically, if you load your account with 2,000 and it's a 6-to-1, 6 times 2 is what, 8. So then you get to trade with like 8,000, something like that. So I did trade shares at one point, but I just found options to be better because of the price. Because I don't need that much money in my account to trade options. I don't. But with shares, because you're not really trading. If you use margin, you're not really trading with your money. You're also trading with the broker's money. So when you trade with the broker's money, and let's say you go heavy on a position, you're actually risking more of your own money than you are risking your own money if you were to do options. So with options, this is a cash account. So whatever I lose, I lose. Like I'm not risking more or I'm not risking less. Like I'm risking what I want to risk, and whatever I lose is like that's what it is. But if I'm doing margin and I go in like so let's say it's 100 shares, right? So let's say I go in 200 shares, and if I take a drawdown, I could lose more of my account because of the margin. So that's why I do options. Grayson, what's up, baby? What? Yeah, bro, I got a book for you, man. One of the first, I got a lot of books actually. Do I even have them here? Oh yeah, give me a second. Hold up. All right, so I got two books here. So we got the first book right here. You go ahead if you can see that one. How to day trade for a living. So this was the first book. I read this book back in like 2019 or something like that. So that's the first one. I got this on the screen so you can take a look at it. I read this book through and through, put some highlights in there, pages, everything like that. So this is a really, really good book. Really good book if you want to get started into day trading. This one is a bit boring. I can't lie. I have yet to finish it. I've read like half of it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I've read like half of this book, but this book it's a really good book for risk management and honestly making money in the long term. So this is the universal principles of successful trading. So I read this one as well. So this is also a good book as well. And then I also got some audio books. I read a lot of stories. I got some good books in terms of Audible. So those are the two books I would highly go ahead and recommend. And then let me give you another set of books too. Let's see if I can find them. All right. I read this book again because I had a bad month to last month. It might be hard to see on this screen. Just look at the top of my phone. Trading in the Zone. I think his name is Mark Douglas. Yep, Trading in the Zone. So, well, you want to go ahead and read that book too. That helps you get into the zone of trading, like actually taking this like serious. You know what I mean? So that was a really, really good book. And I can't. It's gonna be hard to see this one because I canceled my Audible membership, which I need to go ahead and get it back again. But Market Them to Wizards. Market Wizards, you get to hear the stories of multiple traders and their success and failures. And what you will find in a lot of those books is that a lot of people like they make the same mistakes. A lot of people make the same mistakes. Like all traders do the same thing. Like they go on tilt. They risk too much on their positions. They don't set proper risk management skills in terms of stop losses and stuff like that. Like we all deal with the same problems. Like even a millionaire trader and me are no different. They just got more money than me. That's it. Like they're no different. So those are some books that I would highly go ahead and recommend. Facts, bro. Like trust me. Everybody make the same mistakes, man. All right. I'm still in this. I'm still looking at the charts because I'm trying to see. Because what I've started to notice within the days is that we get spikes within the day where like we get crazy moves. So I'm still kind of watching AMD. I'm not gonna lie to see if we could break this double top. Because you see how we went ahead and reclaimed VWAP. So I still got my eye on it, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. Like within the next 20 minutes, I don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't think so. But if I come back later on in the day and if I see prices above, it's back up here. Oh yeah, man, I'm loading up. Yo, appreciate you, dogs. Appreciate you. It's the Arizona lifestyle. Got you, Brody. In terms of how many trades, to be honest, just think about it like baseball. After three strikes, you out. You know what I mean? But if you make money on the day, then you could kind of keep trading, but you don't want to keep trading, so then you losing your profit. So as you saw, what I was up like 450. You know what I mean? And now I'm down to 382. So you know what I mean? It's like I could keep trading, but I'm probably gonna keep losing. So you gotta have like the structure and discipline to stop because you could keep going and going. So like my target honestly and it's on my board is only to make $100 to $200 a day, but that's baseline. It's not like you can't make more, you know what I mean? So that's my target. So my target is to make that, but like my ultimate goal is to make more than that per day. So I should have stopped at 450, but is that why? You know, you got to ask yourself why. If you know that you're gonna trade properly, you don't have to stop. You know, you just want to go ahead and manage your risk. Now, I already collected two losses. Oh, well, technically I collected one loss because that trade when I took AMD up, which I should have took some profit out of that. That trade when I took AMD up, I broke even. And then when I got back into AMD, I took a $50 loss. So I only got one loss for the day. So really, you got to think about it. If you're taking three losses, you're done. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you should also stop when you hit your profit target. So if your profit target is 100 and you make a buck 50, you should consider stopping. Like you should definitely consider because you could get chopped up. Like we can see AMD. AMD from the moment I took this long, AMD has not done jack shit. Has not done jack shit. Literally, it's just been chopping around between 169 and 167.44. That's not an easy trade. You know what I mean? Like the best thing you could have done here was short this double top, but you don't really know if you want to take this short because we're above VWAP. So it's just like you're gonna get chopped up. And then just look at the flow, right? Full candle, full candle, full, like we got full candles all the way inside this first half of the day. And then when we come here, it's just wicks, wicks, wicks. It's just it's choppy now. So it's just like, you know, you don't want to put yourself through that. I'm not limited to the PDT rule when it comes to a cash account. So I have a cash account. A cash account, you trade up until your money is gone. Up until your money is gone, you keep trading. If you don't got any more bread, then it's just like, so basically if you have like a $3,000 account, you're gonna trade to basically all of these. So when you see like 257, that's really $257. You know what I mean? It's not $2.56. It's 200. So when you have a 3K account, if I buy one contract, I'm only using $258 of my 3K. You know what I mean? That's all I'm using. So you buy two contracts, 250 plus 250, that's 500. So on. So you can keep trading if you have a cash account. But that's why it's important for risk management, because some people will probably go in and be like, oh, okay, that's it's 250. I got 3K. I'm going in 5-6 contracts. All right, go 5-6 contracts. Then your day is done. You know what I mean? Because then you're not giving yourself enough opportunities to take a loss and to go ahead and take a win. You know? Yeah. So like you gotta give yourself opportunities. So that's why you saw me on AMD. I only went in just one contract because I want to give myself more opportunities to trade. I don't want to limit my days to say, okay, let me go in 10 contracts, let me go in 5 contracts, because I'm blowing my account. And I could take a hit and now I'm stuck. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? I can't do nothing about this now. You know? But if I give myself more opportunities, then I'm able to go ahead and, you know, get more money if I can. Because I could take 2 losses, right, for like $50 each. And then on mind you, I still got some reserve cash. And then on my third position, right, I could go in one contract. That one contract could make back some losses. Then once we break certain levels, then I still got cash. I could add into that position a little bit more. And once I add into that position, then now you could make back your losses plus that. So I think I give an example. To yesterday, I traded Meta. It was a crazy day because I only ended the day with $60, which is crazy, and that's because I had swing trades. But when I traded Meta yesterday, my first loss was $155. And then I traded Meta again, and then I made $800. You know what I mean? So it's like I took that loss. You know what I mean? I took that loss, but I was able to go ahead because I kept and that was only one contract. And I had a stop order. Then I ended up to making 800. Now, how did I end up not coming out with 800? Is because I had swing positions, and my swing positions were losing. So I just ended the day with 60. And I think my swing positions, I traded Nike and Oracle, and I want to see what Oracle's doing today because Oracle did me wrong yesterday. So I traded those, and it just covered some of those losses. All right, yeah. So Oracle dropped today. Yeah, so I did a swing trade on Oracle. I bought Oracle on 9/26, so about like I think this was Monday or something like that. I don't know. So I shorted Oracle on this day. It got to low 275. I didn't make much. I made like $80. I probably should have took the 80, but I was trying to be aggressive and I was trying to take it back to like 270 at least. And then to yesterday, Oracle was just shooting up. So let's go to yesterday's chart. And I'm going to show you guys on the 1 hour. And this is why I got out of Oracle. Yeah. Oh, well, it's not going to show it that. Oh, yeah. It is showing it cleanly. Yeah. So when I traded Oracle yesterday and I looked at it on the 1 hour chart, it broke this purple line, which is the 50-day to moving average. And I just got out because if we notice all of these days, price action for Oracle, it stayed under the 50. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to it. Then yesterday it broke it. So the minute it broke, I said, okay, listen, if I hold on to this trade, it's gonna shoot up, and then I'm dead inside the freaking ocean. And then it shot up, and it went all the way to 294 today. So it didn't make sense. So that's what. So I took a loss there for 155. Remember, I had a loss on Meta for another 155. Then I had a loss on Nike, which I should not have had a loss on Nike because that was a swing position. But I guess nobody wanted to pick up those options. That's the difference between options and shares is that there's time decay, and if people don't find value in those options, then it won't move. So then when I traded Nike, I didn't make any. I didn't make any money on that. I actually lost money on Nike. I think I lost like $100. So that's how I ended up not coming out with the $800 that I wanted to come up with. Okay, I'm typing Nike and it's not giving me Nike. There we go. So this was Nike to yesterday. What I did was that I did an earnings call. I bought calls here at like 70, but I bought out of the money calls. And this is why I like to buy in the money. I bought out of the money calls. It shot up, but when the market opened up, I didn't make any money. It was the strangest thing in the world. Like I was just down. And I'm like, why am I even down? I should be up at least $100, but I wasn't. So I had to cut that position. So I had to take this loss. And it's crazy. If I would have held Nike throughout all that madness, I'll be up today, like maybe $100 if I would have held it. But I just didn't hold it. I don't like to. I like to train to myself to just freaking take losses, because if you don't take losses, man, like good losses, and you take bad losses, man, it's gonna be hard to trade. It's gonna be hard to trade. So just take the loss and walk away, because you could always make that money back. Yeah. I saved it, bro. I had to. All right, let's take another look. Let's take another look to see what's going on. It ain't much. Going on. Tesla already at bottom for the day, so I'm not gonna look into Tesla. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that one. AMD, I'm not gonna touch that one. Nvidia, let's see what's going on with Nvidia. Nvidia had a nice drop. I like this on Nvidia. See, that was a nice short right there. See, Nvidia was cleaner than AMD because, AMD had a double bottom, but just look at how Nvidia just rolled right in there. Like, this is kind of cleaner to me. Can't lie. Nvidia was nice. Yeah, but I can't trade this right now, because if we look at this little small box, this is the daily chart. The daily chart is indecision. But if you look at Tesla up top, this is a full candle. This is a nice chart here. So you could trade that. But when you trade in the indecision, you're basically just going in inside of like in and out of a channel. Like we're just in like this little channel here. It's hard to trade that. Man, your risk management gets on point. I'm telling you, bro, when you lose, oh my gosh, when you start losing and you start questioning life, that's when you go ahead and like, all right, man, let me go ahead and buckle down a bit, So yeah, man. I'm not going in like I will go heavy. Trust me. I think on Tuesday, I traded Nvidia. I went in like 11 contracts, but I started off with one contract, and then once I saw confirmation, I put 10 in there. But before, because I had a good month a few months ago, I would go in. My first position is 10 contracts. So then, when I'm taking a loss, I'm taking like a $300 hit, $400 hit, and I'm like, okay. Like now I'm getting, and I'm telling you this happens to every trader, every trader. We all push the gas, because the thing about it is that you don't know when you're gonna take a loss, so you gotta make the most money as possible. You gotta make as much as possible, just so you could go ahead and take that loss, whenever that loss comes. Yeah, man. Telling you, man, like I had to go ahead and just dump in like 10 in, because I was confident in that move, and I could show you guys that trade too. That was on Tuesday. Let me see. I think it was this trade. Yeah, it was this trade. So Nvidia, when I traded it on this day, It popped up. Once I saw this volume, I got in. I was already in one contract right when it broke VWAP. And right when it broke it, and it broke this little indecision candle, I went in there. I went in there with a 10 contracts, and I caught this move up, made like 200-300, and then when I made 200-300, it came back down. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it alone. And no, wait, I'm sorry. That's the wrong day. That's the wrong day, because it went to 187. That's not true. Oh no, yeah, actually, it is the right day. Yeah. So when I saw this red candle come back down, I just got out of everything and I left it alone. But then it made another run up, and then I missed that move. So sometimes going in large is not really the best idea, because you kind of like burn out your account. And if I would have went in moderately and maybe made a buck 50, and then this pullback would have happened, and then we would have went ahead and broke this key level, then I probably could have added a little bit more aggressively, and then went ahead and took it to 180. I know some traders who actually got in on this move and took it to 187, and I missed out. So like I made money on the trade, but I could have made a lot more on the trade. But you got to know when to be aggressive. So it's just like once we break new highs, that is an indication to be aggressive. It doesn't mean go aggressive all the time, but it's an indication that you possibly can, but you need confirmation. Yes, sir. Amen. Amen, Brody. It's a hard business. It really takes time to learn this thing, man. It takes time. It takes a lot of pain and suffering. Too much pain and suffering. All right, so we can see AMD. AMD is now below VWAP. It's holding though. So if I was to draw a trend line, let's go on a bigger chart. If I was to draw a trend line, let's go on a 2-minute, because this is where we're seeing it. So let's draw a trend line here. Trend. Boom. Trying to get real close. Boom. This is what's going on. This is what's going on with AMD right now. Now let's draw another trend line. Oh yeah, see, I can't really. Yeah, so you can see a double top. You can see this little trend. I'm gonna draw another trend line. I'm gonna put it right. That's a forming candle, so let's put it like this. NVIDIA is breaking out. I mean, I keep saying NVIDIA, semiconductors. AMD is breaking out. So look at that trend. So we're holding on to this area a little bit. We're even, like it broke down a bit, but and then we double top. So AMD, I do think AMD will come back up here. I don't know if I'll be here for it when it does. So my thoughts on gold, bro, is that gold, I know people who trade it. I don't know them personally, but I know like just off YouTube, people who trade gold. GLD. I think this is gold. Damn, gold did freaking great today, actually. I love gold, man. Gold is actually in my portfolio. But in terms of trading it, yeah, bro, I love gold. I have nothing bad to say about, because gold has been nice in my long-term investments. I can't lie. And today, gold would have been freaking amazing to trade if I would have shorted this damn thing. God damn. Shit. But gold is not something to trade often. Like today is a high volatility day for gold. But just look at the daily chart on gold. The daily chart ain't the best. You see how choppy this is? Yeah, it's too many gaps. So it's just like you don't know what you're gonna go ahead and get with gold. There are people who do trade it though. But if we look at yesterday's activity with gold, just look how nasty this looks. The market opens up and it's just chopping. You couldn't make no money on the trade up until this point here, and that's if you would have caught it. So gold is not something you can trade, but to invest in, absolutely. Absolutely go ahead and invest in gold. Yeah, man. It's like, just look at the daily chart on gold versus the daily chart on AMD. Like, you got way more activity. Even just look at NVIDIA. You Got way more activity. But then let's go back to gold. And look at that. Sucks. But in terms of investing, man, it looks like a monster right now. So to put in your portfolio, absolutely. Even buying at this dip is fine. Like to me at least. You know what I mean? I'm not an investor like on Wall Street like that, but to me, I like it. So yeah, bro, it's just all over the place. Like literally all over the place. Today probably would have been a good day to trade it though. But it's just like how do you know when every day is so damn shitty? Yeah, it's like you don't know. Yeah, Tesla took another. It's crazy. I shorted Tesla. If I would have held on to this would have been freaking nice. If I would have held on to it, but I made my money on it. You really don't know because this is all chop. This is just all chop. All right, so we're gonna stop looking at Tesla. We're gonna start to look at Nvidia. Nvidia is rolling over, but I don't like the daily. So look at the daily chart. Look at this small box here. The daily chart is just an indecision candle. On I'm trying to fix this. On AMD is a small daily chart, just so you guys can see it on a bigger scale. So this is the daily chart on AMD and Nvidia. It ain't doing nothing. It's literally both indecisions. You can't trade it right now. You just can't. It's not moving. But if we go back to Tesla, look at that. This you can trade because we're getting movement. You know what I mean? So this one is definitely tradable. So let's go back to AMD. Let's go back to Tesla. I'm sorry, let's go back to Nvidia. Five minute charts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not really doing much, man. We're not really doing much within the day. Let's look at the percentages. Let's see if there's anything that's moving. Only Tesla got a deep percentage. AMD, you can see that's 2.6. That one still has a decent percentage. It's still up on the day. Let's see what else. Hood. Hood is Robinhood stock. Robinhood is not bad. Just looking at this little box in the corner right here, but can't really trade it. AVGO had a good drop, but coin is selling off, but it's not really showing an opportunity unless it gets down to the 200. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna go down in a rabbit hole on this list because it's just not much going on. I can't stand Baba. I made a lot of money on Baba in the past, but Baba is. Yeah, it's not really much. Ooh, Hems. Hold on. I think we got something, yeah. This is why it's good to shop around. Look at that volume kicking. Okay. I think we got one. Yeah. Materials is up. Yeah, materials is up. Man, that's all because of Trump and his administration. Okay, Hems. I like this. And we got a target at 58.91 on Hems. I might jump into this one, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might do a 58 call. Let me wait for this 2 minute. I'm looking at the clock right here. I want to see what this 2 minute does. I like how we broke. So I just want confirmation before I jump in. I'm about to jump into Hems. And I'm going to take Hems all the way to 58.90. Okay, the 2 minute candle just opened up. I just want a good risk to reward. I like this vibe. I just want to see if we could get some continuation. If I hit on this trade, oh yeah, I'm definitely done. Definitely done if I hit on this one. And Hems is up almost 4%. Nice. Okay, hold on. 58. All right, so let's wait. I just want to see some buyers step up. Got to see the buyers step up. Let, let's change this top one to AMD. Cause AMD. Okay, yep. I'm I'm inside. I'm there on HIMS. I'm gonna keep my tight. I'm gonna keep my stop loss really, really tight. Let's do 150. So I can only lose $20. Yeah, there we go. There we go, Hims. Oh, only $2 on this. I'm about to be aggressive on it though, y'all. Hold on, I'm about to be aggressive on this. I'm waiting for the next 2 minute chart. Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I was gonna go on like an extra 2 contracts. I mean, an extra 3 contracts. You see this pivot level? That's what I'm aiming for. But how much will I really make? It's just a few cents move. I don't want this to pull back on me crazy. Oh, look at AMD. Look at AMD. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save myself. I'm gonna take it to this target up $14, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not even mad at it. I take the $14. $18. All right, get me out of there. Yep, I got out. I just made like $18 on that one. I take it. Yeah, bro. That volume was solid, and that's why it's good to shop around. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. I wanted to be aggressive on that play, but because of this pivot level, I knew that I was only going in for like maybe a 15-cent move, so it did not make sense for me to go heavy. It just did not make sense for me to go heavy. I was about to. I was about to. But I just thought to myself, if I go heavy, I probably should have went heavier initially, to be honest with you. I should have went heavy initially, but that's the risk management I'm talking about. Because if I would have went heavy initially, that would have been a good trade. But I was just like, let me just go in just 1 contract to save myself. I take the $18. I'm fine with that. Because I'm up on the day. You know what I mean? You got to think, I was at 388. I'm at 400 on the dot now. Yeah, I take it. I take it. Because honestly, I'm still watching AMD. You see how AMD is back up? I'm still watching AMD. I'm still watching it. Okay. AMD's going to get to 170. We just don't know when. But AMD will get to 170. If anything, I'm about to get back into AMD now just off the simple fact that we're back above the VWAP. I just need a little bit more confirmation. Yeah, man, I love Dweeble. I didn't think I'd be using Dweeble like this. I'll be quite honest with you, man. I really did not think that. The first trading platform I was using was it was called CME, Capital Markets Elite Group, and that was actually a broker in Trinidad. So I was using an offshore broker, and that's how and on that broker I was getting 6-to-1 leverage. So if you put like $2,000 in there, what 6 times 2 is like you're really trading with $8,000. But I used to really to like that broker a lot, but I didn't like the fact that I had to wire my money to a whole nother country. And CME was very expensive. Like getting in and out of your trades, man. Like all this trading I'm doing to right now is commission. I mean, I'm saying commission. There's no fees because the fees are priced into, the options. So I don't. It doesn't affect me in like in the sense where like at my trading day is gonna take money out. On Capital Markets Elite Group, when I was trading over there and that was shares, you see, like the money I'm making today, like 400, they would have taken $200 out because of the fees. Yeah, man, Weeble is way better than Thinkorswim. I got one of my guys. He used Thinkorswim and he can't stand it because he was like, "Man, I wish I could go back to Weeble." Weeble is amazing, bro. Like, I know some other traders who probably like use different platforms and all of that, but if you're based inside like the U.S., Weeble is good. I think maybe I might go to interactive to brokers at some point. I don't know when. Maybe I might, but I like Weeble. I've spent so much time understanding this platform. Man, like you can see, I got in and out of my trades just so easy, you know. Yeah, because Thinkorswim is not really user friendly. It ain't. Okay, I'm still watching AMD. I'm over here trading like I don't got a job. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To Ricky, he uses them to Weeble too. All right, we seeing volume pick up on AMD now. We seeing it. We seeing it. If I do this, I'm going in just one contract, man. I'm going in for this break. I'm coming back into AMD. AMD do me good, man. Do me good. Do me good. Do me good. Do me good. All right. Gonna give this another try. But where's my stop gonna be? That's what I'm looking for. Before I get in, I need to know where my stop is gonna be because honestly, I ain't trying to lose that 20. Right? Let me see. Where we at? This is 168.46. This is 168.21. All right. We're gonna give this another rod up. You don't gotta let go of your Fidelity account, but your Fidelity account, that's gonna be your long-term investment account. That's not gonna be your trading account. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, yo, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I got a meeting in like what, like 15 minutes. I'm over here trading. Man, they be alright. They be alright. You know what I mean? I'm trading to get out that damn job. I'm trying to trade my way out of there. Yeah, bro, keep your Fidelity account. Just use it as an investment platform. I'm looking at this 2 minute. I'll probably have my stop right here. But how many minutes I got left inside this 2 minute chart? Okay, I got a minute left. So I just want to get a little bit more confirmation. I'm jumping right back into AMD. Yeah, right back in there. I just need some more confirmation though. If I could, and I was waiting for the next 2 minute chart. AMD, come on, let's make moves, man. And then you see why I got out of HIMS? See, I just took it to that level and got out, even if it's $20. Because think about it, right? If you got a bigger size account, and let's say you got a 100K account, and I only went in one contract. If I would have had a 100K account and I bought 10 contracts or 100 contracts, shit, that $20 could have easily been 200 or 2,000 just off that simple move. Just off that. The only thing about it, so that like the higher size you do go on your trades, it could be harder to get out because you got a lot more shares or like you have a lot more options. So it could be hard to get out of that position. It was easy for me to get out because I got one contract. But if you got like 200 contracts for that quick move, then yeah, you could get cooked, you know? Yeah, bro. Like him's just that's why, and it's crazy. As new, like if you're a new trader, right? And like I dealt with this too, is that you will go ahead and undermine this level that's right here and be like, nah, it's about to go up. Nah, it's about to go up. And no, it might not go up. Like it might not. So just take what you can out of the move and get the hell up out of there. Like there's no reason for you to stay there. There's just no reason. You are a day trader. You're not an investor. You're a day trader. You're in. The whole point of this is to get in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Like you don't want to overstay your you don't want to overstay your welcome. Nah. Amen, bro. You already know. You already know. Bro, honestly, I was man. I didn't know when I was going to start it, but I was like, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and just cook up and just get it going. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And mind you, this is on full display. Like today's a good day, but you guys gonna see some bad days too. But it is gonna be what's gonna be. You know, but it's just to help people out because when I started, man, I was by myself. Like just imagine doing this with no computer screen, no headphones, no nothing. It's just you. You know, and like you either you make money or you lose money. It's completely on you. You know what I mean? So that's why like I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and go live and just try to help somebody out along this journey, man, because I know I needed it. Like I had some mentors, like this guy Andrew. He has a Discord basically, and he has a community. So I would join his community. So he did help me out a lot. I have reached out to him. He wrote me back plenty of times. I let him know that yo man, you was a big help in my trading journey. But his community is crowded. Like oh my gosh, it's so crowded that it's just like when I was in there one time, everybody's pinging each other. Oh, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did that. So I'm like, okay, like this is too much. You know what I mean? Facts. Open market trader, you heard. Okay, okay, look at AMD. Ah, yeah, I'm in there. I'm in there. I'm in there. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm back in there on AMD. I'm probably gonna leave it at one contract. I kind of want to go on a little extra, but I ain't gonna do it. All right, let me check. Let me check what's going on at work. I'm wilding. Yeah, bro. I'm definitely gonna start a Discord and everything, man. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. All right, AMD's rolling. The goal for AMD is to break this, to go ahead and break this double top and get to 170. So why patience? You see why? Yo, just check this out. I went ahead and bought into AMD around this time frame of 1018. We're not getting a move up until 1122. A whole hour. And this is what people mean by waiting, waiting, waiting. It's crazy. You got to sit here and wait for your opportunities, man. I might hold this for the rest of the day. I already have a stop order, so I can't lose no more than $50. Mind you, I made 20. So if I do lose, right, I'm gonna lose 30. So if I was at 388 and I lose 30, 88, 30, or like it was 82, what 30? So I finish the day with 350. Cool. I take it. I take it. Just in just for the fact that I'm trying like you gotta push yourself. In this business, you gotta push yourself. You gotta be uncomfortable. I wrote it down in my notes the other day. I got you, bro. I'm gonna send that to you. I put it down in my notes. I always write down like to my notes. So I do recommend if you guys do trade stuff like that, like either use like a platform like on the computer if you guys like computers and all of that. I like to do the old school way and write things down. But I think I wrote it in here somewhere to be a little bit more aggressive. Remember to wait. The levels continue. Levels continue. Okay, yeah. So one of my last notes that I put here was continue to improve on not feeding into fear and taking chances. I gotta take this chance, man. I gotta take this chance. If I don't take this chance, I'm not gonna make no money. But you gotta go in with the right amount of risk. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So right now it's 11:23. People are actually on lunch, or about to get ready for lunch, and these people kind of they're low key slick because they like to move the markets going into lunch. Yeah, bro. I have to use a notebook, man. I have to use a notebook because it's it sticks to me more. You know what I mean? If I type it, you know what I mean. I type all day at work. I don't remember shit. You know what I mean? Like I remember, but it ain't clicking the way it need to click. But if I write it down, yeah, yeah, it sticks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Lord. Oh, I squeeze it. Yep, yep. Yo, for anyone who trades, you gotta keep God first, especially in this business, man. Keep God first, man. Facts, facts. You gonna need them. Not just with trading, but obviously with any business, though. Yeah, trust me, you gonna need them. Uh, I think I could hold on to AMD, man. I really think I could hold on to this, and the reason why I am saying this, right? The reason why I'm saying I could hold on to AMD is because AMD is holding on to. All right, so I remember Oscar, you was asking about this, like the moving averages, right? So you see how the trend. I'm looking for AMD to hold on to this trend, hold on to the 9, hold on to the 20, hold action above the 50, hold action above this VWAP. As long as we can stay above here, I'm in this trade. I'm in it. I'm not freaking out to get out. None of that. I'm in it. Like I'm in here. But the minute we go ahead and scrape again and fall under, stop me out. Nah, yeah, man, I'm done. I'm done after that. Yeah, but AMD is looking like it doesn't want to move though. Ooh, that was a bad drop right there. Oh, look at that. That's a, I still didn't get stopped out though, but that's a bad drop. Ah, yeah, yeah. AMD is looking trashy right now. Where we at? Yeah, see now I'm at 367. Let me see, 183. I need to make sure that my math is correctly. That I'm only going to lose $50. Let me see. So I got into AMD at 183. My stop is at 128. Okay, yeah. I'll lose $55 if this trade goes against me. And that's not bad. $55 is not bad. It's not bad. Because if I was up 4, down to 55, it ain't bad, man. I can make $50 selling my body outside. I'm stupid. So what's up? Do you use support resistance as one of your indicators? I'm assuming it's those. Yes, 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 yes. I do use support and resistance, and yes, that is the yellow lines, that is the white lines. All of that is support and resistance. All of that is support and resistance. Double bottom. I don't really see a double bottom. Um, right now on AMD. Which ticker are you referring to that you think you're seeing a double bottom? Oh, see, I wouldn't call this a double bottom, but I'll show like if you're seeing this as a double bottom and that as a double bottom, I really wouldn't see. I wouldn't call that a double bottom, but I'm gonna show you a clean double bottom as I mentioned before. Right, a double bottom will look like something like this. Let's go on the 4-hour chart. All right. If we look on the left side of my chart, you see this and that? This right here is a double bottom. Because we came here from this long drop, boom, bounced. Then after that, we broke here at some point. We came back right and it hit it right on a dot, right at this same level, bounced again, and we came right back to where? To 165. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to explain a double bottom in a way, but this right here is clearly a double bottom, right here. Boom and boom, double. Yep. All right, I'm still holding on to AMD, but AMD is looking a little sketch. Can't lie, can't front. Because on the options chain, if we look at this corner chart, AMD is just stuck. Like it's literally trading under VWAP, and I'm trying to get this above VWAP, but it's just not. It's not trying to really get there today, and that's okay. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we still made some money. Yeah. So I'm gonna hold on to AMD. I get stopped out. I get stopped out. It's cool. If anything, an indication. Oh, okay. So look at Hims now. You see how we got this dip? Hims is probably gonna make another high. Hims is probably gonna make another high. So I might jump back into Hims. Yep. All right, y'all. I'm gonna make a end of the week video this week. I'm gonna make an end of the week, and I'm gonna explain just how the week went in terms of profits, in terms of losses. So I'm gonna make that. I'm recording towards the end of the week, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the channel. I'm gonna close out today's trading session. I'm gonna hold on to AMD. I'll probably put on Twitter and like social media platforms. Just like today's, like how AMD went. I say how AMD went, and just so you guys can follow up on that. I have a stop order, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this one just play out. You know what I mean? But man, yo, I squeeze Grayson, yo, appreciate you guys for joining, man. Thank you guys so much. For other people that did join, I'm not sure if you guys are still on the live, but I really appreciate you guys greatly. Man, this means a lot to me, man. This means a lot. I'll be back live tomorrow again at 5:45 a.m. West Coast time, which would be 8:45 East Coast time. So I'll be back on tomorrow, man. I'll let you guys know how this trade goes. Other than that, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. See you guys again. Peace.